Hey guys, I'm doing another celebrity food log from people.com, and today's going to be Kathy Griffin. So, I was I found this article on people.com of celebrity food diaries. Most of the links were broken, and to be honest, I didn't know 98% of the celebrities that they were referencing. So, I decided to see who else they've featured. And I know who Kathy Griffin is. I know who Kathy Griffin is because, and I'm sorry that I talk about reality TV show so much, but My Life on the D List was a show that I also grew up watching with my mom. If you haven't seen it, I would highly recommend it. It's available to stream on Peacock, and there is something about dated, almost vintage reality TV from 2000. I don't even know when it was from, 2005. That is so watchable. What else have I rewatched lately? I mean, The Osbournes, Jeff Lewis's show, Flipping Out, highly rewatchable. Early Housewives. I mean, they are historical documentaries at this point, and you should go back and rewatch whenever possible. Anyway, I really connected with Kathy Griffin and her food choices while watching her show, My Life on the D List, because she is generally unhealthy. I'm very curious to see if her food diary for People magazine is true to her true self, or if it's going to be a typical celebrity food diary where they eat a lemon and go to bed. She is older in this food log. It's from 2020. So, people change their diets as they get older, I guess. So, the title of this is Kathy Griffin's Food Diary: What I Eat in a Day, in parentheses, sugar free gum and Red Bull. Skinny. Okay, let's get into it. Here we go. For Kathy Griffin, making sure she is at the top of her game during her 80-city Like a Boss stand-up tour means treating her body right. I have to eat smart to fuel my body through the day and well into the night, Griffin, 55, tells People. The comedian, who will co-host CNN's New Year's Eve Live with Anderson Cooper and Kathy Griffin for her 9th consecutive year, sticks to a diet filled with protein and fresh fruits to help her power through her shows. And right before she hits stage, Griffin leans on sugar-free Red Bull for some quick energy. When she's wrapping up for the night, Griffin reaches for a cheeseburger or a bowl of pasta, but always with greens on the side. I love comfort food after a show, she says. Since I burned all those calories on stage, I'm going to reward myself. And she doesn't shy away from desserts. Like every woman, I have a sweet tooth as big as my smile, says the actress. Some nights, it's the most decadent chocolate I can find. Other nights, I'm happy with a low-fat fudgicle. Check out her daily food log below. All right, hydration, 5 bottles of water a day. Wow, I wonder how big they are. Breakfast, 16 ounces of coffee with a double Nespresso shot, 2 packets of sweetener and a splash of skim milk, 1 cup of Cheerios with skim milk and a sliced banana. Okay, so I'm unfamiliar with what an espresso shot is. Maybe that's a prepackaged thing. I mean, I'm not going to look it up now. Could be a prepackaged thing, or could be that is it an espresso pod that she's brewing and then putting into 16 ounces of coffee? So she's making herself a red eye every morning. I'm also wondering, 2 packets of sweetener, what is that? Like Sweet and Low? cup of Cheerios. Okay. It's giving 55. Snack. Smoothie with quarter cup of blueberries, quarter cup of strawberries, a handful of grapes, 1 cup of orange juice, and a Yakult probiotic shot blended with ice. I don't know how to say those. Yakult. I know what they are, those little yogurt barrels that I've never had. Celebrities love smoothies and they love to eat a quarter cup of something. Lunch. Cobb salad with lettuce, 1 boneless, skinless chicken breast, cherry tomatoes, crispy bacon, 1 hard-boiled egg, a quarter cup of pine nuts, and 2 teaspoons of low-fat Caesar dressing on the side. Again, celebrities love quarter cups. They love teaspoons. And they never want to eat a whole number. I love a Cobb salad. I remember once I went on vacation with my family, and every restaurant we went to, I ordered a Cobb salad until they forcibly made me order something else on the last night. I remember crying. What I think is craziest about that story is that we went to so many restaurants and all of them had a Cobb salad on the menu. But what year was that? Maybe like 2006? Was that peak Cobb salad time? Anyway, I would eat a Cobb salad any day. Pine nuts in a Cobb salad is interesting to me, and Caesar dressing as well, although I can't argue with Caesar dressing. I almost wonder, I've only recently started liking ranch, but why don't people dip things in Caesar dressing? Or do they? Snack. Half an avocado dribbled with 1 tablespoon of olive oil and sea salt, a piece of sugar-free gum, sugar-free Red Bull. Okay. Why? I mean, what is she doing with the other half of the avocado? Like saving it and let it go brown in the fridge? Why not use half the avocado in the salad at lunch, eat the other half for your snack? I love the taste of Red Bull, but I prefer it to be a full-fat Red Bull, if I'm being honest. Dinner, well done cheeseburger, Diet Cola, side salad. Okay, I wish the side salad had a little bit more information. Diet Cola, I do remember from her show, she was addicted to drinking Diet Cola. I think she got kicked out of a dinner party once because she snuck Diet Cola in and was filling her wine glass with Diet Cola and pretending it was wine. Whose house was that? Suzanne Summers? Dessert, low-fat fudgicle. Just for context, on her show, My Life on the D-List, she, for dessert, likes to make a thing called ice cream soup, where she puts a large piece of cake into the mixing bowl of her stand mixer and a bunch of ice cream, and then she mixes it together until it becomes a bowl of soup, and then she eats it with a spoon. And I think that sounds disgusting, but it also sounds like my ideal food because I love cake and I love ice cream with things in it. I wish she could be a little bit more real with People magazine and share her ice cream soup recipe instead of saying that she's eating a low-fat fudgicle. Total calories, 1,872. Wow, that's a lot for a celebrity, especially the celebrities who are sharing their food logs on people.com. Okay, the verdict. Now we're going to have a dietitian or a dietitian weigh in. Kathy's breakfast is low on nutrients. I would love to see a little healthy fat and fiber, says dietitian Carrie Glassman of nutritiouslife.com. Cheerios may be fortified, but a less processed grain like oatmeal would be a better option. Glassman praises Griffin for her protein-filled lunch and her super satisfying avocado snack, but would prefer she ditch the Red Bull in favor of a natural buzz from green tea. As for dessert, she says go for the real thing with half an ounce of dark chocolate. Okay. Again, half an ounce. Can we not eat a full ounce of something as a celebrity? I don't think it's allowed. I mean, and as a comedian, I really wish Kathy would have written in here that she ate ice cream soup every night and then see what Carrie Glassman of nutritiouslife.com has to say about that. I would love to get her feedback on that. I mean, if she can't handle a low-fat fudgicle, what is she going to say about ice cream soup? I'm trying to remember what other food Kathy ate on her TV show. I feel like she had a lot of nachos. She ate like a real person, and I think that's being lost a little bit here. With the smoothie, I don't know, the diet soda, there are some glimmers of Kathy in here. The well done cheeseburger is interesting to me. Like, is she referring to like a McDonald's cheeseburger where you can't specify the doneness? Or is she getting a thick cheeseburger and having it cooked all the way through? Anyway, this has been super interesting. I will say at the end of every People magazine food diary, it lets you know that women should eat at least 1,200 calories per day and that men should eat at least 1,800 calories a day. So, Kathy is eating enough to be a man. Yeah. Okay. Well, 10% of her. Oh, there's an ad playing on my computer. So I guess that's it for now. Again, if you haven't watched My Life on the D-List, I would highly recommend it. She dates Steve Wozniak from Apple at one point, which is super strange. And yeah, he's on the show for a bit. There's some drama. I mean, I've cried plenty watching her show. Her father dies during the show. She goes to Gloria Estefan's house. I mean, there's a lot of. I think the best part of her show, especially, okay, so I watched Jeff Lewis Flipping Out. I watched his show where he treats his employees like garbage. It's very entertaining, but he is a monster. It was so refreshing to watch a show from that same era where a celebrity treated their staff so well. And you could tell that she did, even off camera, because her staff stuck around. She didn't have any turnover on that show. In fact, she expanded her staff. And yeah, towards the end of the show, one of them did leave and move on with their lives, but the other two stuck around. And you could just tell that she was actually a good boss, actually a good person, I hope, treating these people well. And I mean, what's another show? I think after that, I also watched Rachel Zoe's show where she didn't treat her staff so well. On the fence about that. She's somewhere in the middle. And the reason why I'm rewatching Beverly Hills all the way from the beginning, I think I'm on season 4, I really need to catch up, is because Rachel Zoe is coming back. Um, Maybe we should see if they have a Rachel Zoe eats. Ooh, or Lisa Vanderpump. Okay, I have a lot of thoughts. All right, I'm going to end it here. I'm just talking about reality TV at this point. I kind of like talking about this, so I'm going to keep doing celebrity food diary reviews, and we'll see where it takes us, and we'll see what it teaches us about the world. Okay, bye.